Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shataria here at Chicago Branch Great Millstone, prophesizing the return of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. You all ignorantly call him Jesus, but his true and Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. Coming at you with another lesson. Before we get started, we're going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash Barakatah. Double honors to our apostles and our elders here at Great Millstone who rule well. Honors to the hopeful elect. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical and true Hebrews of the Bible. Salutation to all the Akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. The speckled bird, and all those whose lineage goes back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Healthy Barakatah. And to the Akwaf out there listening and learning, Shalom and Barakatah to you also. This is just a little ranting I'm doing right now. Really don't have a name for this lesson, but I was going into the Dollar General, the dollar store yesterday. And it was this young man out there. He had, face towels, batteries, laundry bags. He was just, selling merchandise, okay? And he asked me that I want to buy anything. And I said, no, thank you. I was good. And I went into the dollar store, okay? And I was going in there to get some paper towels, toilet paper. I think I had to get some baking soda, just some, what I'm saying, household items. And while I was in the store, I seen quite a few people running out the store. Okay, I must have been in the store maybe 5 or 10 minutes, cause it was crowded. The dollar store is always crowded, and I was wondering what was going on outside the store. Okay. And when I got out there, after I paid for my stuff, I must have been in the store maybe 10 minutes at the tops, 15 minutes at tops. All the people gathered around, and it's a couple of guys talking to the young man who was selling his stuff. And they coming at the young fella, talking about the batteries that he sold them. They wasn't no good, or this or something, that or something. And I can't elaborate on that one way or the other, and they got into a heated exchange, and they got to fighting, and they got to double teaming the guy, and jumping on him, and they beating him up pretty good. And all the midst of this, I'm, wondering if I, should go out the store, because they right in front of the store doing all this, and I'm not finna get caught up. And then another young lady who was sitting there, she was looking, and she said that, well, I'm gonna go on out there, I'm gonna go on out there. And I say, well, here come the security. I'm gonna let them clean it up, and I'm gonna go on out the store, cause I don't want them to start pulling out no guns or nothing and start shooting you, cause bullets ain't got no name on them. And she say, well, I know that young man, and he be up here, and sometime he be selling bogus merchandise. So I be, what do you mean selling bogus merchandise? It looked like all the stuff was new. And she said, yeah, he get a bunch of batteries. They look new, and he made this, fix it up anyway. It just looked new, but the batteries is old. And I be saying, well, and she talked, then she said something about his socks. She bought a pair of socks. Socks had holes in them. So both of them is wicked. The people jumping on him is wicked. You know, he wicked. Bring me to a precept real quick, okay? Let me go get this precept out. This is the first precept. Let me get this precept out. I mean, it was just one of those days, Proverbs 4:14. It says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. And that's pretty much what, I did. Ain't no pretty much, that's what I did. But by being in front of the stove, I couldn't, get up out the stove because now it's about 20 people from the store looking at what's going on. And the security finally, came and broke everything up, and I dashed. I jetted to my truck, okay? And I'm in the truck, and no sooner as I get in the truck, the security, they then start jumping on one of the guys, and they're jumping on one of the guys who was jumping on the boy who's been supposed to had selling the bogus merchandise and stuff, whooping them. They done pulled nightclubs out and they whooping the two boys who was jumping on him. And like it says in that Proverbs, man, this is, the 2/3 just doing what they do, being wicked. So we have to move, you know what I'm saying? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, like it says in that Peter. As a matter of fact, let me get that. There you go. 1 Peter 5:8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And that's what was going on yesterday, all that chaos, it says God is not the author of confusion, and that's all that was confusion, okay? It talks about that in that Corinthians, okay? 1 Corinthians chapter 15. And that's all was happening, okay? Chapter 14, I do believe that is, Salakia. But that's all that was happening, okay? Was chaos, all right? Yeah, I believe that's that 1 Corinthians chapter 14. God is not the 14 and 33. Let me pull it up for you so I don't make no mistakes myself, all right? There you go, 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, and in all the churches of the saints, okay? So I just wanted to make sure I was on point with that. Getting back to what I was talking about, this guy, he it was just a bunch of chaos. These two security guards started whooping, the guys was whooping him, and he whooping him. Then in the midst of all this here, like I say in that 1 Peter 5:8, we have to be sober and be vigilant because, Satan is walking about seeking whom he can devour, roughly paraphrasing in that 1 Peter 5:8. Young lady say, well, what you think gonna happen to them boys? Cause by now Chicago police had come. They took the boy and took the boy who was supposed to be selling the merchandise. It was bogus. Took him to the hospital, okay. And the two guys supposed to jumped on him. They had them in handcuffs. And the young lady, I heard her say, "What you think gonna happen to them?" Cause I believe they was right. I say all of it evil. How they right, okay? But that brings me to another precept, okay? Give me Psalms. Give me Psalms and give me Psalms 37. Okay, give me Psalms 37. Psalms 37 and 1. Okay. It says, a Psalm of David. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Okay. 37 and 3 says, trust in the Lord and do good, so shall thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Okay. So that's what we have to do. We can't be worried about these evildoers and evil people. Let them do what they do. All right. Because 2/3 of our people are going to go into that lake of fire anyway, all right? Talks about that in Zechariah 13th chapter, verses 8 and 9. So we got to let the wicked be wicked. You know, we got to let the 2/3 be the 2/3. We can't get caught up in this, caught up in that. And it was a lot of confusion, but I moved wise. You know what I'm saying? I was sober, I was vigilant. I moved and got myself away from it, you know, and went around it. But it's just funny how people just flock to wickedness. They flock to anything unrighteous. They just flock to it, you know. And I was like, wow, man, you know, all this here, and you know, it's evil, okay? But they love to have that, you know. So, um, Proverbs 2 and 14. Proverbs 2 and 14. Proverbs 2 and 14. Who rejoice to do evil and delighteth in the forwardness of the wicked. And that's 2/3 of our people, okay? The way them people was running all that chaos, all that wickedness, and then I can't discern or decide if the boy had bogus merchandise or not. That's not my call, okay? And like I said, I couldn't listen at the girl because judging by her, I don't know if she bought no socks from him with holes in it or not, because come to find out, I heard her talking to one of the boys who was beating the boy up. So it was just a big old mess, a lot of chaos, like I just gave you in that 1 Corinthians 14:33. And Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, is not the author of all that. And I just got in my truck and I drove on. I moved around that. But it's just funny how we love that wickedness, man. And all this happening right in front of the Dollar General. They had to take the young fella who was selling the stuff, okay, to the hospital. Police had the other two guys in handcuffs, okay, and the security guards, ain't nothing happened to them. They the ones called the police. I guess they squashing the confusion, which it was good they was on top of that. They came down there and squashed it. But I was just, you know, amazed at how the people they was eager and like enjoying that, man. You know what I'm saying? They was really enjoying that. Um, I'm just doing a little ranting. Like I said, I don't even have a name for this lesson, but I was just speaking on what happened. You know, this is what we go through on a daily basis. All right, but I'll close with this here. Give me Second Esdras, okay? Give me Second Esdras, all right? Give me Second Esdras 9. Second Esdras 9, and where do I want to go? Second Esdras 9 and 13. Yeah, there you go right there. Second Esdras 9 and 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Okay, so we can't worry about these wicked people, man. We can't worry about how Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai gonna deal with them. We got to worry about how we gonna be saved. If we doing the right thing to be saved, are we obeying the laws, keeping the statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, you know, and calling on him under the righteous name, not that Jeezy Rice, so we can get delivered. We can get up out of here. And don't worry about them people. That, like it's saying that Proverbs 4 and 14. I'll get that to you and we'll close the lesson, okay? Give me that Proverbs 4 and 14. And we'll close the lesson. I'm going to give it to you again. It says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of the evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it and pass away. So that's what we got to do in these times that we living in, okay, Israel? We can't worry about these wicked people. We can't fret about evildoers. We ain't supposed to be worrying about them no way, okay? But we supposed to be dwelling in righteousness, okay? That's why we got to dwell in righteousness. Walk upright and walk righteous, okay? Because the Lord delighteth in those who have a, you know, okay, Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66:2. For all those things have my hand made, and all those things have been, saith the Lord. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word. So that's what we're supposed to be doing, all right? That's all I have. Shalom and Kwam Yasharala.